So hello YouTube and welcome back. So this is part 2 of Bridge over Flowy Water. So I said I'd talk a little bit about what I'd actually used to make this bridge up. Seemed to be that every time I sort of wanted to take a step forward I was constantly ordering the evergreen strip, although it's one of those things that I don't suppose you can ever have enough of. So if I start from the bottom and we'll sort of work up, I think would probably be best. So the actual substructure, or I suppose the base of it, if you like, what everything was built off of, was this sheet here, obviously less the curve, and this sheet is, that's saying 2.2. So, and then this one here, which I believe is 1.5. Yeah. So this piece here is 1.5, and again it's a similar sort of size, and these just came from the exhibition. I'm not sure what make it was, but it's just one of those things where some of the stands that sell that sort of thing, this was there. So that was these two sheets of plastic, and this piece here and the sheet of 1.5 I actually used to form this curve here. Now I probably could have done that out of styrene strip, but what I didn't want to do was put a joint in it. So that's why I decided that I just cut it from sort of like the big sheet. So yeah, that piece there, and it's a bit difficult to see it now, but the same piece underneath there. The next piece to lay down was a piece of triangular. So it was evergreen, and it was 297, and it was the L-shaped one. So this was the next piece I laid down, and that, once I've got my curve marked, I then put the piece of L shape in, and the reason why I did that was because I wanted as much cross-sectional area as I could to actually stick this to. So that went in first, which is probably hard to see it, but that's that piece there in there. Once I've got that in and tight, I then came in with some of these, which are plastrod, they're plastra even, and these are 6x4 by 6x4. And they are them pieces that sit in there. Now again, I'm not sure whether or not, I didn't necessarily worry too much about making sure that everything was to scale. It was just a case of making sure that it kind of all worked in the end. So that's what these pieces are. And then what I'd done, once I'd done that, I realised that I didn't have enough from a gauging perspective, because obviously you've got to allow for the additional swing of the coach. So I then put another one of these in over on this side. So effectively there's a strip of it there, there's the L shape, and then there's another strip of it there, and that then gave me something solid to actually stick my outer curve to, and it's the same construction going this way. So these pieces here, like the grey bit you can see, that was also part of the kit, part of the Engage kit. So what I've done, I put, which is probably very difficult to see now, but I actually put a cap on here which was made up of these. And then I decided that I was going to start drilling all my posts down, and then you can see that all of my uprights, which will be the railings, effectively go down to there to sort of give them an end place rather than them just ending into nowhere. I wasn't sure the best way to do this, I didn't know, but I felt that this won't look too bad. There's a lot of work. I mean, there's like 40 odd of them there, and that's both sides. There's like 80 of these to go in, which is quite a lot of work, but I think it'll look really good once it's finished. There's two more of these, so what I'm going to do is there's one to go there, and then there's another one, so, and I'm going to offset them a bit as well, so when you look through them you'll kind of, it'll look quite busy in there. Again, I don't suppose that's coming over on the camera, but I felt it was better than lighting everything up, just to offset them by half. And that is basically the build of the bridge. That's what I've used, but that's taken quite a bit of time, but it's quite a solid lump. I'm quite pleased with it. As I said, there's obviously a bit more to do, but that's where we're up to at the moment with materials. And some of these other struts as well have been like, I've used some of these other bits and pieces in for like, there's like a substructure, which again you probably can't see, but these sit on a substructure, so I've used a bit for that and a bit for this. So there's quite a lot of other bits and pieces that have been added within the structure that you can't really see. And then the railings, I've got some 0.3 which will form, which will sort of go effectively that way. Effectively they'll go in and go that way. And then the uprights are 1 mil of these, and that's what I'm using for the uprights. What I've also done is made myself up a little jig. It's nothing of any real significance, but basically that goes on over the last post, and then that gives me, hold that tight, get my 1 mil drill bit, and then I can hopefully drill that out. Drill that out, and hopefully it ends up in the right place.